One of the most common reasons why people injure their backs is because the muscles, the deep muscles that support your spine, aren't strong enough to support your spine in your day-to-day activities. And those deep muscles are called your core muscles. And what I want to do in this brief video is I want to show you just a few simple things that you can do at home that will strengthen your core, that will reduce the likelihood that you injure your back when you're doing day-to-day activities like raking or shoveling or even just carrying groceries in from your car. So the exercise that we're going to focus on today is called the plank. And there's different ways that you can do a plank, and there's different ways that you can start from an easier plank and work your way up to a more challenging plank depending on your level of fitness and your age. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a front plank, and we're going to start with the easier position where Maddie is going to rest her forearms up on the chair here, and from that position she's going to put her knees on the floor, and she's going to make her body from her shoulders to her knees a straight board or a plank. She's going to lean forward, and as she does that, the goal is to contract the tummy muscles and the buttock muscles, and at the same time the shoulders and the hips will also be working, and to hold that position for 15, 20, 30 seconds at a time. Once you can hold that for 30 or 40 seconds, then you can go to a horizontal plank where you're going to get down onto your forearms like Maddie's done here, and she's going to lift her body up. Her knees are in contact with the floor, but again, we're keeping the body straight. We're not letting the hips sag or bend down toward the floor. And again, we're going to hold that position for 15 or 20 seconds. Once you can hold that for 30 or 45 seconds, then you can go to a full plank where the goal is to get up on your toes. You can see how Maddie is now, her toes are pointing upwards, and she's planting her toes, and her whole body is a perfect line. Again, she's doing a really good job not to let her hips or her tummy sag or sway down. And this is quite a challenging position. I wouldn't recommend you start here if you've never done planks before, but the goal is to hold that anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute. Now I'm going to have her roll onto her side and show you what a side plank looks like. A side plank, again, you want to keep the body straight, but you're going to be lifting your body off the ground with your feet planted again, and again, keeping the hips forward so the whole body is straight, and you will feel the oblique muscles and the muscles up the side here, and the muscles in the side of the hip that will be working to hold you in that position. You want to hold that position for 10, 15, 20 seconds. If you can't do it, then what I'd recommend you do is just lift yourself up and hold it for 1 or 2 seconds, then come right back down, and then come back up again and right back down. And to turn over and obviously do that exercise on both sides. The final plank exercise is what's called a reverse plank, where you're laying on your back. And what I'm going to have Maddie do is just plant her feet on the floor, on the ground, and she's going to lift her hips up. And again, from her shoulders to her knees, the body's perfectly straight, and she's going to hold that for 10, 15, 20 seconds, and then she's going to let the hips sink down again. And you're going to do that 2 or 3 times in a row. If you want to graduate this exercise and make it more difficult, what you do is you get up and on your hands, you put your hands behind you, and the same rules apply. You're going to straighten your body, lift the hips up, and making the body perfectly straight and holding that. And again, that's a real workout for the tummy and the glutes, and this is something that will really benefit the strength of your lower back and reduce the likelihood that you're going to injure your back in the future. You can lay down again, Maddie. So those are our 3 simple planks that I recommend to folks. If you're currently dealing with an acute back injury where you're in a lot of pain, this may not be the best place to start. You may want to focus more on starting with stretches. But if you have any questions about this video, please let us know. If there's somebody that you know that could benefit from strengthening the muscles to help prevent injury, please share this video with them. It could really make a difference for them. Thanks so much for listening. Have an amazing day.
That good?